thought it would be a good idea to create an environment where people can learn about Zanzibar without necessarily being tied to the tourist industry. And so they formed this idea of having a film festival which will discuss what it is to live in a country like Zanzibar. Film is a mode of communication that communicates very, very powerfully. We started to use film to pull audiences closer so that we can pass other messages. And so immediately ZIF realized that it can become an intervention program. So that intervention in terms of bringing message of development to a group of people. We also show films from other countries. The reason for that is that we also want to culture our people into understanding alternative type of films. We're not showing the Hollywood type of film or even the Bollywood type of film, because those they can watch any time they go to the video shop. They can always borrow one film and watch it. We want to show films that are totally different from the ones that they will be watching on a daily basis.
Pretty Pictures is an international distribution company of films, which means that we buy films and then we put them out around the world in cinemas and sell them to television. We've never been to an African festival before. We've been to festivals all over the world. And we came here really looking to see if there was an unusual African film that we could position and that we could do something with elsewhere in the world. And I think we really found one with Marooned.
On the eve of Easter, they made a simple trip to the toilet.
Hi. What? Why the gents?
Same place, they haven't moved.
That turned into a journey of a lifetime.
A lot of the African films that are shown in festivals are problem films. They're films about certain social problems. This is a problem film, but it's a problem of a man and a woman who are stuck in a lavatory. So it's a different sort of problem.
Locked in a toilet, they unlock their deepest feelings.
Nobody will follow an uncircumcised man.
There are very few festivals in which you can see East African films. There aren't those many East African films, but ZIF is a fantastic venue. It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place to show films. And I really think it's interesting just to be able to look at things that you couldn't find at other festivals.
We know about United States, about England, about Europe through the cinema. We know James Dean, we know Tarzan, we know the great actors, James Cale and so on, through the film. So I am sure with the development now and cinema became so easy, I am sure we will know a lot about the other world, African or Asian or European.
Thank you, my friend. I'm very glad that I came to your country and consider me one of your friends, and I shall write in the newspaper in Sudan all I have heard here. And by the way, I'm coming back to make a short film about Zanzibar. I hope you help me.
Most of the funds that has come from HIVOS has gone on to support the film section, bringing in filmmakers, running the film program, running the workshops. Beyond that, HIVOS has also supported us in the panoramas as well. They have seen the importance of intervening in the life of the people of Zanzibar to ensure that something of development quality can be undertaken during ZIF. I want us all to acknowledge the founders of ZIF and here with us today and sincerely thank them for the dream that they shared all those many years ago that translated into this beautiful evening we have tonight. Let's acknowledge them with a round of applause, please. ZIF is a film festival, but actually it is a cultural festival. And if it is a cultural festival, it's got to look at the terms in which the culture is actually able to develop itself, to how it can reinvent itself. And one of the areas that we feel there's the strength and the capacity to reinvent this society is through women. women have always been underplayed. Women have not been given the space. Women have not been independently, have not been independent to develop their, their capabilities. And so we say this is a core area for development.
The previous Women Panorama, we only have one venue at Stone Town, but now we have 3 venues. One is here at Kitogani, the southern part of Zanzibar, and other one is from north, we call it Matemwe, and also another one is at town. So now we brought up ourselves, we have 3 venues, and we reach the women from the village.
Kila baada ya muda iwe wanakuja walimu kuzidi kutusomesha, kwa sababu tunapata kujua nini cha kufanya juu ya watoto wetu, kwa sababu asilimia kubwa akiwa mimba mtoto wako unafukuzia kwamba aulewe, upangi ile hasara ambayo itakuja kumkuta baadaye.
Particularly we base on the empowering women this year, not only on the film and entertainment, we empower them by giving them different sessions of education. We have this session about the early marriage, and we have also another session in HIV/AIDS and stigmatization. We can have another section on about the malnutrition, and we have another section tomorrow. We are going to have another session for gender-based violence. ZIF is not only for the film and music, but also is the part of coming together, interact and exchange ideas and learning.
At the very beginning of the creation of ZIF, filmmakers had agreed that they are going to be coming to meet here and discuss issues pertaining to film and the film industry. And so 3 years ago was born this East African Filmmakers Forum. ZIF is an advocate to cinema, to music, to all the other arts. And so we bring the filmmakers to ZIF to continue our work in terms of advocating the development of film in East Africa itself. We decided to start a program in which we are going to be awarding people who have had a lot of influence in the culture and especially the arts in Zanzibar. So Bi Kidude was the first recipient of the ZIF's Lifetime Achievement Award.
Asante Mama, thank you very much. Started singing at the age of 10 and she's still singing, still going strong. Asante Mama. Shukran. Hongera. Hongera Bi Kidude.
Bi Kidude is a very important cultural figure here. She, by herself, is actually probably the most renowned musician, and so we want to make sure that people recognize the importance and the role Bi Kidude plays in the growth of the arts in this country.